a second, guys. One second.
What up?
We've got to give a shout out to South Nashville Heating and Cooling.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Friend and supporter, show and proof. Also, the longest running sponsor of I Got Some Shit to Say, the podcast.
Absolutely. Look, man, South Nashville Heating and Cooling, where quality and craftsmanship come together. They've been doing this since 1985. That's almost 40 years of service. Expert designs, quality installations, superior service.
Absolutely.
And let me tell you something.
What's that?
Tell me.
I feel confident in the fact that South Nashville Heating and Cooling will keep me warm in the winter.
For sure.
It'll keep me cool in the summer.
Absolutely.
Matter of fact, these middle months, you'll be comfortable even then.
Absolutely, dude.
Y'all know the deal, man. South Nashville Heating and Cooling. We love those guys. Y'all see the name. Y'all see the number. Tap in.
Feliz cumpleaños.
Always. It's I Got Some Shit to Say, the podcast, man. We're back like we don't stop, because trust us, we never do. All we do is work, and y'all know me.
Fuck you, Squints.
That's right, R.I.P.
Whizzle fizzle.
Forever and always. What y'all think?
That's awesome.
Cool, man.
Great introduction.
Right? Guys, I got some guests today.
Before.
Thanks, man. I got some guests today. One, a real close friend of mine. I've known him for years now. A former roommate of mine. We've caused a lot of fucking trouble together. Shout out to my homie Blake Propst.
Yes, sir.
Right. Let me cut him short. Shut up. But with him also is the main attraction, the homie, Zach Westcotts. He's in the building. Brand new single available now. Minimum wage.
That's right.
Yes, sir. Dropped just last Friday, right?
Yep, last Friday.
True Noise.
True Noise. Yep, True Noise Entertainment. Blake, you know, he brought me on the team, and super excited for what we got going. We got a lot of good stuff coming.
You definitely do. We're going to talk about it. Fun fact, about the time, shit, dude, a couple years ago, Blake literally hit me and was like, bruh, I'm starting a label. I'm going to start a label. I'm going to do it. And I was like, for real, bruh? And I remember you running through names and shit. Like, you were like kind of all over the place about what you wanted to do with the label, or like what direction you wanted to take, even like what kind of talent he was going to acquire. Like, it was like, you talk about manifestation and bringing something to full fucking, shout out Blake, bro. True Noise.
Dude, I found the right guy. I did.
Yeah, you did. Shout out Zach.
Confident. Any business you start, it's, you know, it snowballs and it takes work. But
yeah, I'm proud of you, Bubba. You literally took something, made literally a conversation that came, you know, fast forward 2 years, bro, and here you are. True Noise is the label, and, you know, they got a new artist, Zach Westcotts. He's got a brand new single, Minimum Wage, available now. But with him today, he brought with him his new video, also available now. We'll put the link in the description below so y'all can check that out. Fire visual, you know what I'm saying?
That's right. Yeah, we put a lot of work into that music video.
did you show it to him?
Not yet. I haven't showed him yet, but he can check it out right now.
Right now, yeah, definitely. But I'm so glad that the visuals dropped today is the same day as the show. But I got to hear the record in real time, recording this a week previous. You know what I'm saying? But I'm excited for you, man. I'm excited about all the things I've been able to see just being associated with Blake. Blake's a homie of mine, and with him like so amped up and pumped about the moves he's making with a brand new label and introducing to me a brand new artist that you know, how did y'all's relationship begin? Like,
so basically, beginning of my career, I've been playing on Broadway.
Okay.
You know, that's kind of the move when you're down here trying to be somebody.
Right.
Starting out on Broadway. And I was playing at the stage one night on the stage rooftop, and this clean-cut looking guy comes up and goes, "Hey, man, do you do original music?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man, I do a lot of original stuff." He was like, "Well, you know, let me get your number. Let's talk." And, you know, a couple of weeks went by, and I get a phone call from Blake, and he's like, "Dude, we're going to do this thing." And, you know, we started off, it's been a couple years in the making.
Yeah.
But, you know, we finally found our niche. We finally found where we want to be, where we want to go, what we want to do. And, you know, we decided to partner up, and Blake started True Noise, and here we are. We got a brand new single that's absolutely insane. Personally for me, being that I'm a huge heavy metal guy, and I love country music. I was born and raised in South Jersey.
Okay, cool.
And South Jersey, and this is a fun fact for everybody out there.
I got you. Hold on.
South Jersey has the longest lasting continuous rodeo in the entire country called Cowtown Rodeo.
Okay.
Every Saturday throughout rodeo season, it's been going on since like.
Zach's holding on to that fucking fact tight too,
I'm
boy.
holding tight.
He's gonna throw that card every time. Hey, hold the fuck up.
You got to play that.
Yeah.
Everybody
We gotta get there.
Everybody's like, "Oh, you're from Jersey. What the hell do you know?" I'm like, "Brother, I know.
Right.
I know some country stuff."
Like Blakey said though, that's where you gotta get. You gotta perform at that. That's when you know. Have you performed there yet?
I haven't performed there, but
Yeah.
we have a huge show coming up that
Oh, okay.
I guess I could say it. It doesn't really matter. We're performing at the biggest music venue in my hometown,
Fire.
and it is a theater, and it's always been a dream. So I opened up for Lone Star there.
Okay, flex.
I played a show with Lone Star, and that was an amazing experience. And we got in contact, and they're like, "Man, we need to put on your own show." And I'm super excited about it. And right after that, we're playing a beautiful theater in Delaware, the Queen, Wilmington, Delaware. Beautiful, beautiful area.
Cool.
And I'm super excited.
Yeah. So what quarter are these shows? Like here, first quarter, like.
Yeah. It's February 14th.
Okay, fire. Valentine's Day.
Yeah, Valentine's Day. That was a huge thing I wanted to do because I'd be able to get couples out and enjoy a night of live music, original music, and it's just going to be so much fun. I'm so excited.
What night does Valentine's Day drop this year?
I think Thursday.
Friday.
It's Friday.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay,
Friday.
cool.
So it's a great time. It's a perfect time to.
And it's a hometown show, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So hometown folks excited for you to come back. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's been cool seeing people react to my life because where I'm from, where I went to high school, Mike Trout went to high school.
Okay.
Where I was from.
Yeah.
And so sports are really big there. Music's not really big.
Okay.
And I told everybody, I was like, the day I turn old enough and have enough money, I'm leaving. I'm going to Nashville. So
Okay.
I left at 19 years old.
Didn't look back.
Didn't look back. I'm still doing the same thing, doing music for a living. Now I got an awesome partner to do it with, a great manager to work with, a great team, and we signed with Symphonics. It was a huge step for us.
Yeah.
And we're just going to keep pushing.
Yeah. Symphonic being the distribution.
That's
Yes.
right. That's right.
How'd that come about? Y'all just went shopping? Like,
Yeah. For the most part, it was more of like a shop experience, trying to find the right place that we wanted to go.
yeah.
And Symphonics, man, they have a lot to offer, and for artists like us and teams like us, this is a great opportunity for us to get out there.
Yeah, it's got to be a good feeling, like being out the gate, or no, I won't say out the gate, because like when I look you up, like when Blake put me on your stuff, like I was excited about all the new music, but then like when I initially because you have a current visual available before minimum wage, it dropped about 5-6 months ago, correct?
Yeah.
What's the title of that record?
That's called Good Enough.
Good Enough. Dope record, by the way.
Thank you.
But then, like, before that, there's still stuff on your channel from like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yep.
Big break right there. What's that for?
So we put out some music through that time, but
Just no videos.
Yeah,
right?
just no
Yeah,
videos.
that's on Spotify.
Gotcha.
That's the music I
Yeah, like the visualizer
when I
type
went through
shit.
his when I went through his Spotify, I was sold. I was like, man,
Gotcha.
this kid.
So basically, like when it comes to being independent, and anybody knows it's doing anything in the entertainment industry, like when you're doing everything by yourself, it all has to come in strides.
Sure.
I saved up a lot of money to do my music video for a song called "Let Me Show You," which is on my YouTube, and it didn't do too well, so we were more focused on the actual music than the visualizers.
Yeah.
And then we put out the Good Enough visualizer, and then that pretty much changed a lot.
Yeah.
Because it got over 200,000. It's over 260,000 streams right now.
Talk your shit.
Just the music video, music.
Yeah. It's like a little movie though. It's fucking like 7 minutes long.
Speaking of movie,
Yeah.
that's actually why we recorded that music video, because Good Enough is going to be in the movie Pony.
Okay.
Coming out on Amazon Prime.
Okay, cool.
Talk my shit a little bit.
Yeah, major flex, dude. Do your thing.
They talked about you being in the movie.
Yeah,
in
so
the scene.
we're gonna be doing a scene with me in the movie. And
Cool.
everything. It's a crazy experience. And shout out to Pony, shout out to Rob, Brandy. You guys have been awesome.
Sure.
And it's really cool to see the projection of my life right now, being that before I met Blake, I was playing just downtown, and it's really hard to play 4-hour shifts a day and they're not even your own songs.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
get it.
mean? But now being where we are, we just headlined the biggest country music festival in Hawaii.
Okay.
That was a huge thing for us, because coming from a small time artist to now finally moving into these shows that are big, that are going to get you somewhere. There's nothing like it, man. The feeling's amazing.
Yeah, you enjoy performing.
I love performing. I love writing. But when you're out there and you see people, like when I dropped my video for Good Enough, it went viral, and in Hawaii, people were sitting in the front row singing the words back to my song.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's insanity. And I never thought, if you told 10-year-old me that would be a thing, I'd believe you.
You have a full band in Hawaii?
Yeah, full band. I got guys that have been with me for a long time. My drummer, Chris, he's actually been with me for years. He's been with me since the start.
Okay, cool.
And we actually worked. I was doing security at a bar called Crazy Town, if you remember that place.
Crazy Town. Shout out Crazy Town.
Oh, it was Broadway. That's what Casa Rosa
is now. Yeah.
Gotcha, Crazy Town, dude.
And
Crazy Town.
I ain't heard that before.
God, it seems so long ago.
Don't it though?
It does.
We're old as shit.
Well,
and
I mean,
natives.
if you think of it, it's been 5-6 years since Crazy Town shut down officially.
Oh, I can believe it. Yeah.
Because I remember.
Bro, I haven't heard those words in reference to like an establishment in so long. Like that was like
I went there before I met my child's mother. Like and we've been together 8 years. We were together 8 years.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, we went to Crazy Town.
Crazy Town.
It was like
Crazy Town was the
hot
spot.
back then.
It was the spot.
Shout out Crazy Town.
But yeah, Crazy Town.
You were a bouncer there?
I was a bouncer there, and there was a sound guy there, and his name was Chris, and we, for some reason, just clicked. I started doing shows, and he was like, man, he's like, I want to do shows too. And he was making great money.
Yeah.
Doing his sound
stuff.
Like, it was insanity. But he was like, man, I'd love for us to play.
Yeah.
And, we clicked, and he's been with me since the start.
Yeah, that's cool though.
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome having somebody there that believes in you, just like Blake. It's having someone there that believes in you the way that you believe in yourself is. There's nothing describable. You can't
Sure
describe it to him.
And to you mentioned Blake, but at the same time you kind of like acquired his support. You know what I'm saying? But to have Chris, the drummer, like from the initial start.
Yeah.
Of this whole type vision and take the whole, ride the whole wave with you. That's awesome too. You know what I mean? It's
been a crazy journey right now, especially with what we have going on. And watching our numbers go up, watching everything unfold the way it is God put it together, and we're here.
First year, like I feel like I got lucky.
Yeah.
Because he brings so much to the table. And he'll talk about all that. He's a tour manager for an artist. He does like a lot. He brings a lot to the table.
Yeah, and I think that helps though. And Blake spoke about this a little bit. So let's talk about that a little bit. What have you done in the past that sort of got you to the artist platform to where you were like, fuck it, let's make a run, let's do this. Let me get me a manager supporting. I got enough people surrounding me. I got a dope band. I got dope records. Let's go. Let's try to make a splash.
So being on Broadway for so long, I was like, man, this just it's paying my bills. I'm paying my bills playing music, but it wasn't cutting it for me. It was just like dealing with drunk people all the time, and which is fine. I mean, I get that.
That's part of it.
But like doing my own stuff, seeing people react to my stuff, not somebody else's stuff, is where I was like, it's time to make that move. And when Blake came along, it kind of just worked out so perfectly. It just aligned, like the stars aligned for some reason, and it's been running so smooth that like we had to keep running with it. We just had to. And so that's why I started doing security downtown, was to get into the music industry.
Gotcha.
Was to get playing shows, making my money playing shows. And then a few years ago, a good buddy of mine named Ethan, he was like, man, I got a buddy he's a big artist. We would like to hire a merch guy. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. I mean, I get to meet people and talk to people. And we went on the road. We hit the tour bus, and now I'm tour manager for Drew Green.
Yeah,
that's the guy we went out with, and Drew Green's one of my best friends. He's a great dude. If you haven't heard his music, you definitely need to check his out.
Shout out Drew Green.
It's fantastic.
Definitely shout out Drew Green for everything.
But he's helped me out with a lot in the industry, and just writing songs with me, teaching me what I need to do, where I need to go, how I need to be. And I feel like it's been a experience to help me
of course,
grow as an artist.
Bro, I mean, how could it not be? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like Blake being new to the business at the same time, like that's even like sprinkled sauce on the blueprint. You know what I mean? Like you guys are going to trial and error together, but at the same time, like at least there's influence coming from past experience to that degree, because Drew Green's on a tear, bro. Like
Good
you know what I mean? Like it's tidal wave shit with what he's got going on.
Oh yeah, and it is kind of scary going into this. Him and I just being partners and you know, just saying fuck it to everybody else. You know what? We're going to do this thing, and we're going to show people that two guys like us can run an industry, and that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah. I think that's it's inspiring though. You know what I'm saying? Especially with Blake being my homie for so long, because that's been my guy for a long time, bro. and like to speak for him to like take it back to where I mentioned like Blake calling me one day, and we worked on some design work and everything else for what is now True Noise, the label, and for him to acquire a talented individual like Zach Westcotts, bro, that's dope shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm excited for the new single. I know when we're recording this, the single's about to drop, but when you guys are getting this episode, the single's been out a week from now, and I don't doubt that it's already making a splash on the audio aspect of everything. But with the visual coming out today, be sure to tap the fuck in. We'll make sure the descriptions or links in the description.
Absolutely.
That can't do nothing but just help propel, you know, what's going on with this record. What's next after the record though? Like what's the plan of attack here?
So we got these shows that we're working on.
You mentioned that.
We're working on getting to a point where we can establish enough shows, original stuff, my artist stuff, to where we can just soar and we can just keep going and keep doing our thing. And but I think that visual for Minimum Wage is going to be really good. Like I said, Rob and the guys from Pony, they shot that music video too, and they were just saying how much they believed in me, and you know what, we're going to keep shooting your music videos. And that's a huge blessing.
The people that shot good enough, they're
so it's going to be like a more cinematic approach on this visual for today?
It is definitely cinematic, but it's definitely like a carefree video. It's a very thought out, processed video. But the way that we did it, we made it fun.
So there's sorry to cut you off. There's glimpses of it though on your social media, correct?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Now I'm starting to understand what you mean by exactly what you're saying.
Yep.
But that's dope, and it's kind of a change of pace from your original release 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah, it's a lot different.
Right.
So like I was talking to you earlier, I'm huge into like the metal scene, the metalcore, the emo stuff. I love that stuff, but I also love country music, and being in country music and loving that type of stuff. It's a very, like Hardy says it best, it feels like you're an orphan in this town. And because a lot of people, and I still do a lot of like traditional country music, like a lot of the songs we got on the album, they're country,
Gotcha.
But this song I want it to be different. I want it to just be like, you know, what would be something that is me on both sides of country music and metal music. And Minimum Wage came out. I wrote that with Tori Grace and Chandler Eagleson.
Shout out Tori.
Great people. Shout out to Chandler and Tori. You guys are phenomenal writers. Tori Grace is one of my favorite writers. Chandler's one of my favorite guitar players in town. He's a phenomenal writer. They're great people. And this song, I think, speaks volumes. And especially, we wrote this song about hunting. I'm an avid hunter. I love hunting. That's one of my favorite things to do. And the music video has kind of a different twist on it. It's more of the song is "You'll Have $1 Million" on Minimum Wage. But in the music video, we kind of, because it's a play on words, Minimum Wage is, and we kind of made it like half the video is hunting, the other half of the video is regular old people having a good time, blue collar people living on minimum wage. But they're happier than a guy that's
not. That's either. I feel what you're saying.
And I feel like people are really going to enjoy the song. They're going to enjoy the video. I'm so excited. I can't even explain it.
What about after the as far as like a release pattern, what does that look like?
So basically, we're gonna be putting out singles for a little while, just to get it rolling. We just want to keep people listening to our songs.
Sure.
And you know, I haven't put out a song in 2 years because we've been planning this. So we've been so meticulous in trying to plan this and getting our contracts right and getting everything correct that when we start this, it's just gonna skyrocket.
Yeah.
And that's why Blake and we're so compatible. We both love to work.
Yeah.
We work and work and work. And we think the best move, the best strategy is to put out these singles and just keep letting people listen to our music.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best way to do it. And then playing our shows, selling our merchandise, just doing, what a regular artist does.
Yeah. Currently, merch game strong? What's the merch game looking like?
So you can go on www.zachwestcott.com.
Sure.
Check out my merchandise in the store. There's a ton of merch for my new song, Minimum Wage. There's a ton of merch for my song, Traffic Jams. I even got slides on there if you like wearing slides and stuff. I got a lot of stuff. So.
Yeah, cool. I've checked that out. I wasn't aware of that. I do know you had a website, so I don't know why I wasn't thinking that the merch game wasn't strong. But
it's a lot of the designs are I've gotten I have one that just came out. I'm going to tell you all right now. It's an AI design, but I love it.
Yeah, who cares?
It's so cool. It's like my logo with it's like a metal logo, but with like
AI shit on it.
Like horns around. It's
okay.
So cool. It's so cool. It's so cool, and I'm excited. So if you guys want to check that out, go to ZachWestcott.com. That'll take you to my store. That'll take you to my music. It'll take you to my YouTube. Anywhere you want to go, my website will take you.
I'll make sure that's in the description below as well.
Awesome.
So you mentioned how much you're into like the metal and emo and that type shit. So when you talk I'm curious from a creative aspect why you steered so much towards the country lane instead of that lane.
So a lot of my stuff and a lot of the way that I lived and my family and everything like that, it was country through and through.
Gotcha.
And I love country music. Like my influences are like Garth Brooks, Randy Travis, Tracy Lawrence. Like I love that music, and I love the metal scene too. It's just the country is what I more connect with, being that I'm an avid hunter and fisher.
Gotcha.
I love working on a farm. I love working, and I don't mind getting my hands dirty.
Yeah.
I think I connect more with the country crowd.
Gotcha.
And I think the mix for this minimum wage is definitely country enough, but it's got that flair on it.
Sure. It definitely does. When he let me hear the record for the first time, he caught me in real time catching that, and I think I commented on it. I was like, okay, I got you now, because we had a little mini conversation prior to hitting play on the record, but I definitely heard the inspiration or the little sauce in there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
But that made me ask though. It made me ask though why it's more country driven. You know what I mean? Because you're in control of this boat, man, and which way you want to steer it. So it just being music is all you play is guitar.
I play guitar. I play drums, and I can play bass.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. That's interesting.
Yeah, he's country. He just got his first deer with a bow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I always in Jersey I always hunt with a shotgun. So I never
don't bow hunt
wanted to pick up a bow. And then I get here. My buddy Justin was like, "Man, you got to get your first buck with a bow. I'm telling you, it's like nothing else."
Yeah, I've never been bow hunting.
I've got friends that were trying. I mentioned it to you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well,
this year.
That being said, I'm gonna tell this hunting story.
Go.
So we're sitting in the stand, and we've been going after these bucks, and I shot a 7-point this year.
Flex.
And so I'm sitting in the stand, and all of a sudden we see this little buck come out. He's a little 6-pointer, and I was like, all right, I could either shoot him or I could wait. And I was like, it's my first one with a bow. If I miss him, I'm not going to feel bad about this one.
Right.
You know what I mean? If I miss a monster, I'm going to be pissed.
Right.
So what I did, I was like, you know what? I'm going to take this shot on him, fill my freezer, and, we'll go for a bigger one later on in the year.
Right.
So I'm sitting here, and I draw back. He's about 25 yards from me. I'm sitting there like this, and all of a sudden I look to my right, and here comes this 7-pointer out of the woods.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, yo, Justin. I said, don't move. And I went like this and just moved a little bit. And I held that draw back for 3-4 minutes.
Damn it, man.
I think it's 65 pounds pulling back. And I'm sitting there holding it. And this buck comes right in front. And we just go, Merp. He gets right behind a tree. And I can't shoot him right in the chest. So I shot him. When I released, it went through the back of his chest and out his guts.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there. I was like, man. I was like, let's go. And I was like, oh, but I hit him in the guts. That deer. If I were to get up and go find that deer, he would get up and run away because he ain't dead yet.
Yeah.
But we're sitting in the stand for about another 30 minutes because we didn't want to just leave the stand.
Yeah.
And if
but you saw him drop.
Out, we did not see him drop.
Okay.
He ran about 100 yards.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden we just hear. We're like, what the hell is that? And this deer apparently went down.
Yeah.
But we were still like, you know what? If he's down, he might be bedding. We don't want to scare him off.
Right.
So we came back in the next morning and we found him. That was the crash. We found him right where we heard him, and filled my freezer for the year. And
Attaboy.
I love talking hunting stories.
All right. Especially for your first bow shot. That's cool.
Oh yeah.
I remember you thought you were gonna have to get a tracker to go out and.
We did. We had to get one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we had to get a bloodhound.
To find the deer the next day.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You don't know where they run, which way.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Too fucking cold for me, bro.
It is cold.
Fuck that shit.
It sucks. There's a lot of times I get out to the stand, I sit there for like 30 minutes. I'm like, fuck this, and I leave.
Yeah, fuck.
And I leave. Fuck that.
Still dark and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking early as fuck. I've moved out to Lebanon recently, and when I'm driving to work some morning, I mean, dude, I leave for work because I still work full time. No secret there. Everybody knows Squints works. But as I'm riding to the city, bro, sometimes it's 5:15 in the morning, and I'll see motherfuckers fishing. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm talking about, like, tomorrow morning, I'll see them, brother. They're out there.
Yeah.
Fucking boats on the water. And I'm just like, y'all motherfuckers are insane.
Nuts. I love fishing.
Retired.
But fishing for me is through May to October.
Right?
After that.
And you say retired, like, bruh, if I ever make that word don't even exist in my vocabulary realistically.
Yeah.
But when I talk that word, I'm not going to be sitting in fucking freezing ass weather at 5 in the morning casting a fucking line. These motherfuckers have done fucking rigged the boat up and filled up their cooler and packed their lunch and all this shit and fucking backed it in and put it in the water and all this. When I see them, they're already fucking.
They're already 2 hours in.
Fuck that cold ass shit, bro.
I tell you what, though. There is nothing like reeling in a big old catfish. So.
Sure. I'm all for the reward.
But it's cold.
Fucking, hey, dude, like you said, I'd rather do that shit when it's sunny and fucking warm outside.
Yeah, exactly.
And on vacation or some shit.
Yeah, I hear that.
Have you ever noodled?
Noodled? No, I haven't. I will, though.
I've never noodled. But
Have you?
I was just wondering if he had.
I haven't noodled, but I caught a big old 45-pound shovelhead.
Hell yeah.
And that was a couple years ago with my buddy Justin again, and because him and I do everything together.
He's your good luck.
He is.
All right.
Shout
out Justin.
I battled that fish for 45 minutes.
Damn it, man.
It was rough, but that was also in the summer where it was nighttime, but it was in the summer where it's still warm as hell.
I want to go noodling, noodling.
Noodling sounds fun, but if you put your arm in the wrong hole, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, if you put your arm in the wrong hole and there's a snapper in there, you're losing fingers. But
fuck that. Yeah, I don't want to do all that. But I do want to. I think that'd be fun, though. I mean, I think I'd rather do that than go fishing.
Yeah, there's a girl on TikTok.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Hannah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
What's her name?
Hannah Barone.
Yeah, Hannah Barone. My daughter Kamora, she shares that shit with me all the time. She's just this country bumpkin, pretty little girl.
Little 5'4", I think. Beautiful.
Yeah, super pretty. But she'll pull out a fucking fish as big as her, dude.
Yeah, dude. She'll stick her arm down there, and you'll just see she'll go under, and the fish just drag her under, and she just comes up with her arm through the gill, lifts it up over her head. I'm like, this girl's more of a man than any of us.
She couldn't pick it up. She probably couldn't pick the fucking fish up if it wasn't in the water.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Without the water, bro, that motherfucker probably weighs 70 pounds sometimes, bro. These big ass fucking fish.
Somebody has to help her get it off her arm.
Sticking her fucking hand down in these rocks and shit. That shit's insane to me. But I can watch this shit on YouTube for hours.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, if someone gets their hand bitten by a snapper and I'm watching it, I mean that's different.
I never thought about that. I always just think about the shit they're doing. I don't think about them getting hurt or somebody or something biting their fucking fingers or hands off.
Oh yeah, they can.
That's insane. Fuck that shit. Makes me scared of the noodle now.
No, I don't want to.
Right?
I'm good now.
I wanted to.
Yeah, I did want to. I'd go with her. Shout out Hannah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Shout out to her. She's
where did I see her though? She's famous, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for fishing, hunting, all that stuff. It's crazy.
It was a big pod that I watched too. It was Fighter and the Kid. I don't know, but it's the first time Jelly Roll was on one of these big pods, and she was on it the same time he was, and they were like, yes, at the same time.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's a fun fact. But I can't remember what pod it was. It's either Fighter and the Kid or King and Sting. One of those two.
That's awesome though. She's incredible. Seeing the stuff that she does is just insanity. Like I thought I was a fisherman and a hunter. Like you look at her, she's insanity.
Yeah,
insanity.
But she's like an influencer with that shit, though. She's probably got sponsors galore. Fucking half her followers. Because like I said, my 18-year-old daughter like loves her stuff. Wow. Content wise, like loves it. Like reposts her, shares her to her story and shit. And I remember like seeing it for the first time. I was like, oh okay, but it makes sense. I mean, you know. Yeah, shout out to my daughter. But yeah, shout out to her. But that pod with Jelly was like the first time I'd ever even seen or heard of her. That was fucking years ago, probably, bro. And I think I've seen and heard of her all the time since then.
I see her literally everywhere. Everywhere. She's got a video somewhere.
So I'm excited for the new one for you. Speaking of videos, though, bro, I think with the video, it's gonna just continuously put you on this trajectory, bro. You know, like you've talked about, like finding the right pieces to this puzzle for a long time, and then finally being in a situation where you're comfortable and you're driven to put this shit out and make a move.
Yeah,
and that takes a lot, dude, from both of y'all. And I think it's so cool that I've known Blake for so long, bro, and he's been able to take the steps he has in this process and bring it to just something that's, I mean, we're talking about shit now, Bubba. You know, that shit's dope as fuck, bro. I'm super proud of you with the shit. But it also, the talent acquisition that he's been able to acquire from your behalf, like, I think that shit's fire, fellas. I think what you guys got going has got the right pieces in place to really make a splash. You guys could really make a run at this shit.
I think so.
You know?
Yeah, it's like we talk about it like it's like everything fell in place. Like, like it was meant to happen. Like the team that we have, like the studio we record at.
Yeah.
You know, the session players. The
Shout out Will.
Yeah. Will Hutchinson. He was the keyboard player for Luke Combs for about 12 years.
Dope.
He's got diamond plaques, platinum plaques, everything.
Absolutely.
I mean, he helped put a lot of that together, all of that together, and so like the record, it's got some of the biggest session players in town. Playing on it.
Yeah, that ain't gonna hurt nothing.
No,
you know what I mean?
No, not at all. We're super excited about it. And another little fun fact.
Hell yeah.
Minimum Wage, a new song that y'all are listening to, was recorded on a 7-string guitar.
Okay.
Chunk, 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 chunk. Like the song, you guys got to go listen to it. Minimum Wage, Zach Westcotts, you got to listen to it. It's so different, and it's all me. So I think people are gonna love it.
What about an album? They ever going to get an album?
We are in talks of the album, so we have already recorded an album.
Dope.
We have 10 songs that are ready to go. 10, 11, 12, somewhere around there. And I've been for the past 2 months, Blake and I have been working together, and I've been writing a lot of songs, and we got some great new songs, man. I've never been so excited for releasing music like this project that we're working on, the next project that we're working on.
Yeah, we
got another cool thing. We got a big feature on a song.
Cool.
And that one I definitely can't talk about yet, but it's going to be huge. It's a bop too, man. I'm telling you, I wrote it with some really cool guys that we will definitely talk about in the future. Yeah,
I like seeing how excited you get about where you are in your career, though, man. And then, like, so you talk about 10 or 11 songs for, like, an upcoming album, or with, like, thoughts of an album. You got one kind of tucked away that you could potentially put out, yada, yada, yada. Was Minimum Wage a part of that arsenal before, and you specifically picked Minimum Wage for your first single?
Yeah, so we jumped back and forth on singles for a long time, because we have a bunch of songs that we just can't decide what we think is the best.
It's not a bad problem to have.
And we just love everything that we've put together so far. But at a standpoint of, like, what are we going to put out that's going to make the most noise?
Yeah,
that's going to just be like, people are going to listen. They got that smirk, that smirk, the musician smirk, where people are like, yeah, that's what we want. And I think Minimum Wage is going to be I think that's going to be the song.
Cool. Well, it's good to feel like that.
We talked with our producer. We talked.
You got outside opinions, etc.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Was
and then our opinion mostly, but yeah, we talked with everybody.
Was there a lot of different? Did a lot of people say Minimum Wage was the way to go?
A lot of us were talking Minimum Wage, but But there was one that we were looking at for a little while. It's called Can't Take Her Anywhere, that we were looking at, and there was another one called Hell of a Heaven. Those were the three that we were just going back and forth on which one we should put out, and we've all basically decided minimum wage is, it's the biggest. It's rocking. It's
and time of year too. We were thinking time of year too. It's January.
Yeah.
Some of the other ones are good. Like he said, the one that's a bop, I think it's good for
spring and summertime.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I get it. Makes sense. I mean, but at this time, shit though, we're so early in the game though, bro. Like,
it could go anywhere.
It can, you know what I mean? And then like from a marketing strategy point, like, you don't know what's going to work and when it's going to work or how, you know what I mean? You could put a song out this spring or summer and it not even hit until next summer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what's crazy about this game. But at the same time, you're not being a country artist, dude. Like, I get rappers through here, bro, that put out like shout out Chad Arms. Chad Arms putting out an album a month in 2025.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? But that's how rappers work. You know what I'm saying? And they got Chad has 1,000+ song catalog, etc. But when I sit with a country artist, that creative method or process is entirely different, especially building from like just an acoustic idea to a full fucking blown country record.
Yeah.
That is steps and leaps to achieve a final fucking mix of that type of record. So I know how this works, but I think it's so much different and admirable, but they got to be patient. And that's what sucks, you know what I'm saying? Because because I know you're super fucking talented, and with the 10 or 11, 12 songs, like you could put out a single every month, but like as your career grows and your fan base grows, you're going to get more and more excited to put out music faster.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that has to be almost scary.
Well, we're already talking like where we're sitting. We're already years in the making. We've been doing this for a couple years.
Yeah.
And it's finally, and that's why we're so excited to announce everything. It's because it's been a while since we put out songs. It's been a while since my face has been around that like shows what we're doing, and now I feel like we have such an arsenal and a great team behind us that it's just going to work out
like you can't
the
miss.
way that it needs to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm excited for the shows too. I'm excited for the feedback you get at the shows.
Yeah.
And what that's going to do. And what when you talk about taking it back to your hometown for like the first big one for 2025, Valentine's Day, you said.
Yep.
That's a great opportunity from what you're telling me. But at the same time, the feedback from like such a big break and then whatever to the, because all the music early on was still country, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. All of it. I mean, there's country rock in there. That's what I describe myself as country rock.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, I have some super traditional country songs.
Yeah.
But I got like my song DD, my song Hold My Beer, Long Story Short, they're definitely rock driven. But just with the words that I know, you know what I mean? Everything that's on my album, everything that's on everywhere is my words. I've written every word to it, a couple with co-writers and stuff. But like everything has been me so far, and that's the one thing I want to stick towards. I just want to be me.
Yeah.
I don't want to be anybody else. I want to put out songs that are me.
Yeah. Well, you're a young dude too, bro.
Yeah.
Fun fact, he's under 30. We'll say that. But I asked him off camera. I just asked him how old he was, and your response surprised me. I thought you were a little older than that.
Yeah, I have a different type of work ethic than a lot of people my age, and that's because I have a dream that I want to fulfill, and I'm not going to stop. And like you said, that word retire, that never.
What does that mean?
That never crosses my mind because I am always, if there is something that I can do that will make it so that my career is moving or something, make it a logo, making t-shirts, making content, anything that will push me to be better than I was yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what you got to do. And you got to find people that believe in you the way that you believe in yourself. Because if not, you could do anything you want by yourself. But if you don't have people that care about you around you and people that want you to be, just as successful as you're dreaming, that's the dream.
Big facts.
And Luke Combs said it best, I'd still be doing this if I wasn't doing this. And right now, God has put this plan in front of us, and I'm very excited to pursue it.
Yeah. Are you still playing shows?
Yeah. I still play on Broadway a little bit, just to pay my bills.
Sure.
Because right now it's been 2 years since I've dropped music, and revenue from streams is going down.
I get it. Trust me, I totally get that. And of course, I mean, like you said, you took a break. I mean, you've been planning this out. This has been a plan of y'all been building this plan for 2 fucking years.
Yeah, this has been very premeditated. Everything we're doing, every step that we take has been planned, has been talked about, has been thought out before we did it.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to catch you so early on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're gonna have. I don't know. Maybe like a year from now, we could do a second
Recap.
one.
Oh, dude, I'm betting on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's what's dope about the pod. And then, like, when I get the opportunity, just as a podcast host, to have people like Zach here, we get a glimpse of, in reality, what's dope about this situation is one of my best friends is literally responsible for some of what I'm witnessing now. You know what I mean? Gave me an introductory to a brand new artist, one that I'm get to root for now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think it's dope for our listeners and watchers to get a glimpse of Zach Westcott before this, or as now that the single's out, as this all starts to happen for you.
Yeah.
Because with the aspirations that you have and that you speak on, and then with the support that you obviously have, I think sky's the limit, dude. I don't think there's really much going to stand in your way other than just continuing to work.
We're gonna put the pedal to the metal, and we're just gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, well, y'all be sure to check out any of the websites below, and the visual. Minimum wage available now, as of right now, dropped this morning. So go tap the fuck in.
Right.
True Noise, you got a site up over there yet?
I got one. It's just not finished.
Gotcha.
I got the domain and everything.
Gotcha.
Yep.
But yeah, I'll make sure your IG and shit's in the contacts below, Blake.
Yes, please do.
But True Noise is obviously at the helm now for Zach Westcott, and they got new shit coming, and they obviously got plans to continuously work, and I love that part. That's the best part about it. Big shows coming first quarter.
Big shows.
Hometown show back in New Jersey.
That's right.
I know you're excited about that.
I'm so excited.
Right? Are you excited from like a vindictive point where you get to show it and be like, I told y'all motherfuckers?
Absolutely. I am not going to hold that back one bit.
For real.
I've had so many people. I've had teachers
tell
me straight up that's like, it's 1,000,000,001. I've had family members do that. I'm not going to say who, but I've had my own family tell me that I'm not going to be what I think I'm going to be, and it's a mistake.
Yeah.
And now I'm sitting here on this couch talking to you.
Yeah.
With my team,
Yeah.
with my people, about music that I'm putting out.
Yeah.
People singing my songs back to me, playing these big shows. You can't help but just be like, look, I told you I was going to do it.
Yeah.
And we're doing the damn thing.
Especially like packing, like you said earlier when we sat down about just packing up and taking off to Nashville. Like you're one of those guys. I can only envision. How old were you when you packed up and came here?
19.
Oh my God. I can only imagine.
Us being natives,
bruh.
I think about that, just leaving and going to another state.
Everything.
Right?
I dropped everything. I graduated high school and I dropped everything.
Right? We're lucky we're from here, but
I'm lucky I'm from one
but at the same, but we were like musicians like that. So like we see it so admirable though for somebody just to believe in themselves enough to just pack up their shit and just go with it's just all hopes and dreams. That's all you're betting on. Like you
That's right.
Fingers crossed type shit. Let's just hope something fucking pops off. But I can only envision at 19 years old how many doubters were back in New Jersey saying, bruh.
So many.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks sometimes.
I bet.
It's like damn, man, like now that we're putting the foot forward and we're doing the damn thing. It's like I just don't want to see people that doubted me so much. And now they're just like, I never doubted.
Yeah, switch up on you.
That's what would suck. Because trust me, I remember. I
was going to say it for you. I'm sure you remember.
I remember every bit of it, every single person, every word that was.
But it's all good though.
But it's all good.
Some people don't know how to dream. You know, like I never thought I'd be doing the stuff I'm doing right now in life. What I come from.
Exactly.
I did go to college, but like what I'm doing now is bigger than anything I could have did in college. That's what like how we work so good together. Like he's been in the music business. Like he's not just a brand new person.
Yeah.
Who he tour manages for and the stuff he's done and played with. And then from my real estate, I've done real estate going on 9 years. I took real estate into the music world. Mm-hmm. like you asked about when we shop for distribution companies, you know, we went with them actually because the connections and stuff. Our lawyer, she's a big entertainment lawyer, Lauren Kilgore. Shout out to Lauren Kilgore.
Absolutely.
She represents Paramore, Jackson Dean, a list of big names. And she kind of connected us with Symphonics, and then and Randall over there. And shout out to Randall at Symphonics. He's amazing. And you know, that's like our plan on dropping the music. We've kind of we strategized with him,
Sure,
in meetings and stuff, and so we're kind of taking his lead, and we agree with him, and you know, he does this, so
yeah. But it's like you said, bro, everything's just like clicking.
It's
like,
just falling into place.
Yeah, for everything to be like such a dream or something you've worked on for so long, and then like from playing regularly, even still playing down on Broadway to starting your own like kind of shit, you know what I'm saying?
Doesn't stop.
And it doesn't stop. And then you start recording records. You get your project together. Now you're releasing a single. You sign. You got distribution. All of a sudden, you're booking shows, headed back home. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit, bro. That's exciting shit, dude.
It's awesome. It makes me smile. You even saying that?
Yeah, that's good shit, dude.
It's just crazy what my life's come now.
Yeah, well, think about where it's going. That's got to be even more exciting. And I'm sure you'll find plenty more to smile about in the near future, man. But we'll just know we're rooting for you over here, dude. And like you said, bro, anytime you want to check back in, I can pull up, bro.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to do it before and after. That'd be awesome.
I've told Blake probably like when you first signed. We spoke about it then. Like I was like, brother, pull up to the show whenever you want. You know what I mean? But I'm glad that we kind of waited on it.
For the timing.
This was perfect timing.
But I've got to see more of it though. Like kind of develop. I don't know when did you sign with True Noise?
Like 6 or 7 months ago.
See what I'm saying? It hasn't been long at all, but like initially me through the gate, I mean, because I talk to Blake regularly, that's my homie. And then I was telling him, bring him over to the show. Let's talk about him. Let's introduce him to the world and help whatever we can do. Help fucking water the seed. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, we appreciate it a lot.
Oh, dude, but that's what I'm saying, man. Like, let's not be strangers to each other, bro. I'm rooting for you, dude, and I really hope to see you just continue to strive and make these big moves, bro. But I'm excited for more music after minimum wage. You know what I'm saying? Because currently, I'm just like every other listener and watcher. I've only been available to hear everything that you guys are currently available to hear as well. So I want more Zach Westcott music and more noise from True Noise. So
yeah, we've already got the next drop. The next
We're ready to
single
go
for February.
Is it one of the 2 records that you couldn't decide from for the original
not.
3?
It's
That's
actually
dope.
not.
That's
actually
dope.
not.
I'm so glad you mentioned that you already had it because I wanted, when you mentioned the other 2 records earlier, I wanted to ask if those were going to be the follow-up, the B-side record, or how that was going to work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's kind of weird that it worked out that way, but the next song is just it's so personal to me, and it's such. I think it's the best writing I've ever put on paper.
Okay, talk your shit.
And I really think this one's gonna hone in and connect with everybody.
Dope, man.
It's so totally different from
Totally
the first,
different.
this single here that we just dropped. Just totally different sound, different. I mean, and I do agree about the writing. Like I remember first hearing it, I was like, wow,
it's a smash.
Yeah, that's exciting shit. And for it not to be one of those original, that's dope. That's a good problem to have. That's awesome though, dude. Because I mean, to kind of go back on that would kind of.
I think it was one of the first he wrote.
Yeah,
it was the first one I wrote for the project.
He wrote, and we loved it. But then he came with all these other bangers. And we were like, oh God, what do we drop? But yeah, so yeah. It wasn't in the top 3 for the first drop. Yeah. And then
but now it just worked out so perfectly for what it is.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for minimum wage. I'm really excited to see what it does. I'm really excited for this new one because this new one it's my heart and soul. It's everything.
Dope, man.
So we're excited.
Well, now we all got to fucking ride the wave for minimum wage, though. We got to wait on this next one.
That's right. That's right.
That fucking sucks. But it is what it is, man. I'm excited for you, dude. So you said it. Is it? Where's the video available? We know YouTube, etc. But whose channel is it on? Is it your YouTube channel?
So it'll be on my YouTube channel. And we're doing, as of right now, we're just doing YouTube to grow.
Oh, okay. So no audio?
No. For the
minimum wage, it's out. The audio's out. iTunes, all that. Okay, cool. Yeah, just want to make sure.
Audio's out. Spotify, iTunes, Apple, Google, anywhere you can find music, it's on there.
Dope.
But the visualizer just be YouTube for right now.
Keep it there.
Title.
Because YouTube is a very good place to grow.
Yes.
And I feel like my last video, I went from 83 subscribers to 3,700 just from one video.
Sure.
And I think we just need to keep that
Yeah,
going.
just gotta keep feeding it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even do you create content regularly?
Yeah. So I'm on TikTok, unfortunately.
Hey, man, it works. You're in your
but
20s. Do it.
It works so well. It works too well. They say they're getting rid of it. I'll believe it when I see it.
Fun fact, I saw a proposal for 330 something, maybe billion or three something.
Million.
It was a lot of fucking money,
Has
but
to
it
be
was by
million.
one of the dudes from Shark Tank.
Oh,
The
that would be
Mr.
great.
Wonderful, Kevin Leary.
Kevin?
always
No.
into some
Kevin's going to do TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That he was interested in buying it before the deadline or
Surprised
something.
Elon Musk hadn't since he owns Twitter.
Right.
He
It would
ain't
make
gonna buy-
sense.
He ain't going to buy that.
Yeah.
There's I'm going to leave that one
Yeah, he
go,
don't
but
like
he
them
don't like
I never got fully indulged, man. I have it and I watch it from time to time, but I'm not like I don't post a lot. I reshare every time I open it. I don't even have notifications on for
Dude,
TikTok.
I don't either. I couldn't get into TikTok.
I open it,
have
though.
one, but
I
don't.
doom scroll.
But I open it and like Shot Show and Prove because like they'll tag me and shit, or Chad will post like even pod clips and shit.
Okay.
And I'll have tons of ets or like mentions or something like that. And I have when you guys see me post on TikTok, that's me posting everything at one time that I haven't posted because I just reshare it. That's all I can do is just repost. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just I don't watch the shit. I just don't, man. I stay on Instagram. Instagram's the only
Instagram still is the biggest content app for artists, for independent people, stuff like that.
Sure.
Instagram's still the biggest.
Yeah, I agree.
It won't get taken. It won't get taken down.
But I think it's smart though to just funnel the video for like all your visuals to your YouTube channel because I mean that's kind of like the original blueprint. But at the same, to your point,
Exactly.
it's just to keep them in one space is kind of important at first. Like with the pod, we only distribute it in two places, and the visual, the audio is available everywhere, like all podcast platforms. But you can only watch the visual on our YouTube or on Spotify.
Yeah.
And just because Spotify allows us to upload video podcasts, and there's like categorized that way, so it's kind of you're in a niche if you're doing visual podcasts. So we do it like that, but that's the only two places you can view it. But it's kind of it's kind of gifted and cursed because then you're not the views
You're not
on your
getting
Spotify don't go to your
everything.
YouTube.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like.
But what I plan on doing is releasing it with YouTube and releasing it through YouTube, and then after like 2 weeks, letting it go, releasing it everywhere.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna give our YouTube time to grow.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing that we could do right now. If we have people on YouTube, we got it.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
that's just how it goes.
Yeah, that's the best way to reach your fans.
Yep.
If you ask me, like once you start acquiring like subs and shit through your personal YouTube or your current YouTube, like uploading those, going live on YouTube is very important. I think posting the same reels and all that kind of shit you post to regular social media, posting them to YouTube as well.
Yep.
Being interactive with your community tab, I think that's super fucking important.
Yep.
Like that's something that's like some artists lose sight of that, like because it's just upload like video or whatever. But there's also like a social media aspect of YouTube now that's
Huge.
competitive.
Those
you know what I mean?
shorts are huge.
Dude, I will get on, like I just said, the Instagram's like my go-to, but not really watching the pictures. It's more watching the reels.
Yeah, the reels, yeah.
But sometimes I'll be on YouTube and like click on a random reel, go into a rabbit hole, and then have to like on the iPhone, like scroll up from the bottom to remind myself what app I'm currently on. Because I'll think I'm on Instagram watching reels, but I'm not. I'm on YouTube watching reels. Shorts. They call them shorts over there.
I do the same thing for every app. Like I'll think I'm on TikTok, so I go into doom scrolls. That's what we call them.
Doom scrolls. Okay.
And it's where you're just. I've spent from like 10 o'clock at night to like 5 in the morning, not even noticing, just scrolling on TikTok or
Damn,
Shorts
bless your heart,
or
bro.
Facebook.
That's not normal.
No, it's
That's
not.
millennial shit, bro.
But that's what
like
that's what a
sleep
doom
shit,
scroll
like
is. That's he said that's
keeps you
millennial shit. Come on, man.
Man, TikTok really is millennial shit almost.
It is.
you know?
It is. It definitely
Yeah,
is.
it missed us, bro. I'm telling
Like,
you,
we
I
were
can't catch the wave.
We
I
were
can't.
on like Snapchat, like
Oh,
years
trust me,
ago,
we
which-
we had Snapchat, brother.
No,
Yeah.
I know, but it's
We-
just kind of falling
but
off.
it was-
People still use it, but
It was like
for bad things.
in
Bad things.
in my
They need to get a
time.
job.
Social media was huge because in my time, the biggest one that was around was MySpace.
I already know.
Shout out MySpace.
And I loved MySpace.
We all love MySpace.
If we can get MySpace back,
Let's
I don't think there
go,
was nothing
Tom.
Before it,
Tom,
right?
where's he at? What's
Man,
happening?
what happened to Tom? He's everybody's friend. And he don't call nobody.
He got
It's-
rich and went to an island.
Yeah. Shout out Tom, man.
He retired.
Right.
Talk about retiring.
He
Yeah.
said he was friends with everybody. Don't answer nobody.
Right. Shout out Tom though, man. He had MySpace
He
was the
was
shit.
friends with
We could upload all
He
of
was
our
the
own.
first friend.
Bro,
He
you
was
have
the
top
number one
8,
friend.
top 12, top 16, but you could run. Everybody could put up their own music. That could be the only place they get your fucking music. They couldn't even get it. They could just go there and listen to it. So all them streams fucking worked and shit. And then everybody started pumping streams too. That became a thing on MySpace where everybody was pumping streams.
Oh yeah.
But I love the whole like personalization of it. And then people started running code on it where you could like get custom backgrounds and like banners and all this like cool shit where your MySpace page would be like,
Oh, I had
bro,
all
he's
of
got
it.
the dopest page, bro.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
all of it.
I was that guy, too.
I was
Shout out Joe Rula.
Raging on MySpace.
Man, I miss MySpace,
Bring it
dude.
back.
Bro,
Bring it
and all the
Bring
URLs are
MySpace
still
back.
current. Like, they're still, like, active. Like, if you had, like, a custom URL for MySpace back in the day, myspace.com/Squint615, type that shit in. You'll see the structure of the shit. It's still there.
just
But
can't
it's
log
not,
in.
it's just, I don't know my login. But all
I don't either.
it doesn't,
Change password, I wonder.
I don't know. I should be able to because I've had the same email since birth. But you'll see like remnants of what you remember,
Yeah.
but it's not the same. Like
nowhere
everything's
near.
like all fucked up. Like it doesn't look the same. Like
There's no backgrounds anymore.
everything's just fucked up.
Top friends aren't there. It's just so weird now.
But you can like click photos and see like little bits and pieces of shit.
Yeah. It's
weird.
Not too long ago.
Shout out MySpace. Bring it back.
Bring
bruh.
it
Meta, why don't y'all just buy that shit?
Hey, we brought back Warp Tour. It's time to bring back
Right.
MySpace.
Shout out
It's time
Warped
to bring
Tour.
it back. I love Warp Tour. I went to Warp Tour every year for, man, I can't even tell you. I love Warp Tour.
Damn, that's what's up.
I love Warp Tour, especially at the age that I was. Warp Tour was the place to go.
You can't talk like you're old, Zach,
Well, come on. I'm almost 30.
but you're not.
couple years.
No, you're not. You're not.
You need to
30.
play Warp Tour. That would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
God, if I that would be the defining moment in my life.
Really?
I could die happy. If
You think that's it?
if
The
I-
defining moment?
if I played Warp Tour, it would be full circle.
Wow.
But unfortunately, my music, I will never play.
I was going to say I don't
Yeah.
see that one being really achievable currently in your career,
Yeah.
but
You never know.
never
Oliver
know.
Anthony was at Louder Than Life.
there you
So
go.
you never
Shout out
know.
Oliver Anthony.
You
Probably
never
watching.
know.
They just released the Bonnaroo lineup. I seen
Did they?
Yeah,
I haven't seen that yet.
yesterday.
I haven't seen it either.
Maybe I did
seen
see
it
it, but I didn't
yesterday.
stop and read it yet.
Yeah, I read it. It's getting.
I've been so focused on Warp Tour being back. I bought my tickets instantly.
Really?
Instantly.
Instantly, he says.
$10 down. Pfft, I'm good. I put $10 down. It just comes out of my account whenever I put money in it.
Dope.
That's how you do it.
When is that?
June 12th through the 14th, I think. Or no,
Dope.
12th through the 13th in Washington D.C.
Okay. You ever been there?
No, never. And I'm
I went.
from 2.5 hours, 3 hours from.
Yeah, I remember when you
went
went.
to Washington a couple years ago.
What a fun way to go, though. Your first time in Washington, D.C., go to Warped Tour.
Go to Warp Tour in Washington. That's so sick.
Yeah, I went downtown Washington and
Seen the fucking.
went bar hopping.
Okay. I thought you were going to say, like, see the fucking.
That
See
was
the
a
monument.
See the monument,
see
thanks.
the
I did
White
go see all
House.
that too.
I couldn't come up with the word, though. I'm glad you said that.
I did go see the White House also, but
This man just went and drank in Washington D.C.
Yeah. He's like, I went
Paul,
bar
yeah.
hopping. I thought he was going to say, go look at the monuments.
But no, I did go look at the monuments and I seen the White House. That you can't even get close to the White House.
Oh, I bet.
Really?
Dude, you can't. No, you can't even get like a street away. You can only see it from a distance.
Wow. I didn't know that.
They've got the White House blocked off for like blocks.
Wow.
But it's so big.
That's
like,
because they
you
put
can-
out all those movies and now they're scared.
Yeah,
Facts.
yeah. The White House, you can't drive right past it. No.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't either until I was there. But
I guess it makes sense, though, now that I really think about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's where
you
the
can
president lives. Yeah, it
yeah,
makes
you can't
definite sense.
you can't drive past it. You're about.
But
3
wait.
streets away.
Can you park and walk to it?
Man, they had fences up.
So, yeah, I know there's a fence outside the White House, but I'm
that
pretty.
fence was like kind of like around. It was
like around the streets.
not the street beside it. It was around 2 or 3 streets away.
Oh
The
my
fence
God.
was. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought like you could get.
I had no idea.
I thought you could go pose in front of the fucking gate and shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, not when I was there. I don't know if something was going on, but
I'm sure something was going on.
No, that somebody with me said they worked for the government, and they said it's always like that.
Oh, I
They
bet.
said it's always like
It
that.
Like I
should
said,
be.
it doesn't surprise me. Like given modern day and where we are in this fucking world,
Yeah.
doesn't surprise me at all that would be the way it's like.
Oh yeah.
Shout out Washington D.C. though, and Warped Tour.
Washington.
Warp Tour, man. That's a throwback.
Shout out Zach Westcott, bro.
That's right. That's right.
Minimum wage available now, currently on all streaming platforms, but also on his YouTube channel. Like I said, bro, I'll make sure, and ZachWestcott.com. We'll make sure all this shit's in the link in the descriptions below. That way they can tap the fuck in, stay up to date, see what shows you got coming and shit. You announced a few here, and with the current release, minimum wage out now. You warned us that there's more singles coming, more work coming. We're excited, man. Like I said, I'll be rooting for you, dude, and the seat's yours anytime. I tell each and every one of our guests, once you get that opportunity, man, it's yours anytime you want to come back with some shit to say.
Yeah,
you just
thank
pull
you,
the
man.
fuck up. We'll do it again.
Appreciate
Shout out to you, Blake. I
Yeah.
appreciate you, bro. I appreciate the
sir.
introduction, man. I'm excited for you. I'm super proud of you, man. Just keep going.
Yes, we're on it. We're gonna drop a single every month. I mean, there'll be one every 4 or 5 weeks.
Cool. Well, that's dope. I'm glad one of y'all said it before we got out of here because I was curious about the timeline about like what that looked like. I kind of inquired through the questions, but at the same time, I don't want to fucking like pressure somebody to say anything. But
Absolutely.
with the projections of a single at least every month, that's dope.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sure you'll get visuals sprinkled in amongst some of these releases.
Absolutely.
So
New
that's
stuff, new content, new everything every month.
ZachWestcott.com, man. Well, it's been a pleasure meeting you, bro.
You too, man.
Like I
That's
said,
awesome.
you come back and see us anytime. Shout out True Noise, like
sure.
Propst. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all check out my guys. I'll make sure all y'all stuff's listed below. But now y'all are aware. Go check out that new single, Minimum Wage, Zach Westcott.
That's right.
It's I got shit to say.com, chatonTV.com, so don't prove we out. Pow.
Bitch, we got views.